Hello.
Welcome to Salem, the podcast.
We are your hosts and favorite Salem tour guides.
My name is Sarah Black.
And I'm Jeffrey Lilly.
Today, we are joined by BORAH Brewingington Snaggletooth the 13th.
Of Salem's Black Hat Society.
Welcome, BORAH.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm a little nervous. This is like a local celebrity here.
Right? It is the BORAH. The one and only, infamous, world famous.
No.
Oh, I think so.
No.
I think if there's people all over the world who know who you are, for better or worse, reputation aside.
A bad reputation, I hope.
The worst.
You may have seen BORAH if you're strolling down S6 Street in October. My favorite line that you shoot at people is, "Dead bodies." Can you do that for me?
Yes, I can. They come up here and instead of saying cheese, which is boring, I look at them, I look at the other person, and I say smile. No, don't smile. Okay, on the count of three, dead bodies! You say we have 15 minutes, right? Bodies!
Thank goodness for these headphones. That was delightful, BORAH. Thank you.
Delightful.
Delightful. So, BORAH, please tell us, what would you say is the best way to serve up children?
Oh, now do not mess with them if they're older than 3 years old. The meat is tough. A 3-year-old kid or less, okay? Because the meat is tender, and what you do is you just throw them in the cauldron with some carrots and spices of your choice. I prefer fleas and cockroaches. Throw in some celery and bok choy. You just serve them up on a platter and they'll bring you lots of joy.
Can we do that to Jeffrey? Will he fit in the cauldron?
Jeffrey will fit in the cauldron, but he is rotten nasty, which is good.
I mean, if that's what you want. Hey, is this what some people want?
I think
Don't judge.
we'll see if we can get you in the cauldron.
I think you're more apt to fit in the cauldron than I am.
I have a larger one outside.
Oh, you have two cauldrons.
Yeah, but you can't fit in that one. It's wrapped around a wheelchair type thing. That's how I push it around Salem.
God, do you drive it? Do you push it all the way from here to downtown?
And no, I throw it on my broom and I fly downtown.
Speaking of brooms, we were wondering, is there do you have a certain model? Is there a top speed? Do you have the luxury class?
Nimbus 3000.
Oh, that's that Harry Potter broom. No. Okay, so stay away from solar-powered brooms, okay?
Well, you go at night, right?
You go at night, but you charge it. Some people charge it during the day. Some people charge it at night. But stay away from the solar-powered brooms because they don't last long, and plus they're not strong enough to carry a witch and...
A child?
No, that's in the cauldron. Good point. A witch and a cat. Silly Jeff.
Jeff,
So
come
what's-
on.
It's a familiar. I should know that. I like familiars.
You talked about familiars in one of your episodes.
Yes.
Do you have a familiar?
I do, a black cat.
Oh, what's its name?
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty.
And anyone will do?
Anyone would do. Actually, I do have one that shows up on my front porch. No lie. Very ironic. Out of nowhere, it shows up on my front porch once every 6 or 8 months.
I thought you were going to say every 13 days or something.
And then I do have another familiar. He's a red tick hound. His name is Cooper. Cooper Gray.
Cooper.
You met him earlier.
He was nosing around, getting all curious with the equipment.
Yeah, he was driving Jeff crazy.
I don't think Jeff likes dogs very much.
not
That's okay, I'll cut this out. It's going to make you look terrible.
Yes.
No, every time she says she's going to cut something out, she leaves it in.
No.
Liar!
It's
My
about
kind of hat!
It's about half the time.
Half the time.
Yeah.
Half the time.
I'll listen to an episode and I'll be like, you're... Literally, there's a conversation about where, and then after the episode premieres, it'll be like, oh, hey, by the way, I left this thing in. Hope that's okay.
Well, we are in Salem. They love dogs. You might want to leave that part out, Jeff.
I like cats. Cats.
Okay, cats. And my broom goes 666 miles an hour.
That's a
top
top
speed. Yeah.
speed. That's like you're keeping up with the planes.
Well, you know the wind
No,
blows.
no wonder your hair looks like that.
Oh, I just had it permed.
That's what you call it, getting a blowout, right? That the wind and the.
Of course, a blowout. Exactly.
BORAH, tell us about your outfit.
Oh, my outfit. Oh, okay. Well,
Who are you wearing?
who am I wearing? It's spooktacular, isn't it?
It is.
Actually, what my outfits in general, I steal them off of dead bodies. I dig up bodies out of the grave. Sometimes I sneak into people's yards on their clotheslines and I rip them off. If there are any holes in them, as you can see, this skirt has a couple of holes. I use a beehive honey and I put it on one side and slap it over the patch and I'm good to go.
Oh, look at that. Eco-friendly.
Yep, eco-friendly.
So you do tend to have different outfits
Yes.
when you're out. Is there a rhyme or reason to what someone could find you in?
Well, there is one that I wear in particular to when I do weddings and wedding vow renewals and baby gender reveals and divorce celebrations.
Oh.
Ooh, I should do that. I mean, it's been like 6, 7, 8 years.
We could do a
belated
yeah.
divorce celebration. Yeah.
I think so.
I got nervous. I thought you were going to say 6, 7, 8 partners.
Divorce.
No. One divorce, but it's been a while. We could have a divorce. That might be fun.
We'll recruit you for that, for sure.
A lot of fun. But no, I do have one in particular that I wear during the ceremony.
And that's your more formal attire?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then sometimes I see you in some colorful stuff and sometimes in some fur stuff. And is there, it's just...
No rhyme or reason. It's just the temperature and my mood.
And your mood.
Which is usually bad. A bad mood.
Well,
Cranky.
Salem tourists and all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we love our tourists.
Yes. Sorry. I
We
misspoke.
No, we do. I love them. Don't you?
95% of the time.
Okay.
96% of the time.
Yeah.
Well, send that percent that you don't like to me, and I'll whip them right into shape.
That's the bodies. There we go.
Now, I know it's quite impolite to ask someone about their age, but I'm sure our listeners are all dying to know, how old are you, BORAH?
I was born in 1666, so that makes me 356 years
Young.
old.
You don't look a day over 66.
That's because I use oil of old lady. That makes me stay mean and green, baby.
Also from the graves? Or do you take that off the living?
What's that?
The oil
Their
from...
oils.
Oh, off the dead. The living gross. It smells too nice.
Sounds like corpse medicine to me, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Have you heard of skull moss, BORAH?
No.
I think you should get yourself some of that.
Skull moss, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you good.
Incorporate it into the beauty routine.
Yeah.
So where did you learn about the skull moss from?
It's from corpses. So you hanged a criminal, and then they would take parts of their bodies and use it as medicine. They thought there were medicinal purposes in human parts, and the easiest way to get human parts was from criminals. Sometimes that bits of bone or meat or liver or moss that would then grow on their skulls was especially coveted a piece of medical or medicinal use. Like legit, like no joke.
I believe you.
We learned about this in the witch house, actually.
Yes.
I love that. I mean, that's really interesting. My question is the moss has to have moisture to grow,
Yes.
dim light.
Yes.
So is that from a cadaver that's in a coffin, or
No,
they didn't?
I
get
think
into
they
that?
took the skull and then they would put it somewhere where the
Yeah.
moss would grow.
Yeah.
Or maybe put the moss on the skull, let it cure a little bit, and then use it.
Well, I've got moss in my backyard, so forget the
I have a skull. I have a skull.
I know,
I didn't
I
bring
heard.
it.
You should have. You should have.
Why didn't I bring my skull?
Why didn't you bring your skull,
I don't
Jeffrey?
know.
He's sick in the head. Sick in the skull. We could have let my familiar Cooper chew on that bone. Yes.
No.
Why not?
That was expensive.
It's actually a cool skull. It's medical, right?
Yeah.
It's got like...
a medical teacher student had written on all the bones on the skull, the different parts, what they are. Luckily, it's still on my bookshelf back home.
Oh, nice.
he looks at it when he sleeps.
Yes.
I hope it grows moss.
I do too. I'm waiting, but not with the books. That wouldn't be good. So, given your delightful complexion, I think many people, myself included, are wondering, are you related to the Wicked Witch of the West?
How insulting is that? She's a thorn in my side. She stole my She's my color, okay?
She stole your color.
Yes, she did.
She's older.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yes, by at least 275 years before The Wizard of Oz came out.
A darn Technicolor.
So I take it we're not too fond of the Wizard of Oz.
I love The Wizard of Oz, but her, she, that, it, thing, whatever is annoying. So, excuse me, Jeff, what was your original question? You got me all verklempt here. Was I related to the Wicked Witch?
Yeah,
of the,
we can cut that. We don't want to talk about
No, I can talk about it. I think I made my point. I am
think-
not related to her. I am related to Witchy Poo from H.R. Puffin Stuff. She's my 13th cousin.
Oh.
That's delightful.
She recently died, though.
Is that good?
No, I miss her.
Did you inherit anything?
No.
No.
I didn't. We used to take trips. We used to go to Transylvania. We used to take little walks through the cemeteries.
Hang out with Dracula.
Yes, she used to fluff the spider webs, and I used to feed the spiders. It was a good old time. I do miss her.
I was sorry for your loss.
That's okay. I'll get over it. It's all right.
With life comes loss.
Yes.
But do you know who Witchy Poo is? Do you know H.R. Puffin
Yes,
stuff?
yes,
okay,
yes.
good.
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, it's way before your time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Centuries.
Like centuries before?
Sid and Marty Krofft were two people. I think they were brothers. I'm not sure, cousins. I don't know. They were producers, and they made these wonderful children's shows that were adults. They had adult actors or human actors and people in costumes. So just Google Sid and Marty Krofft. And he also has an Instagram account.
Okay.
One's dead. Sid Krofft has an Instagram.
Witchy Poo.
Yep.
All right.
And Witchy Poo was one of the many, many characters.
Very cool.
And Charles Nelson Riley, who's dead now, was a wonderful comedian. He played a lot of characters in some of his shows.
And so you were related to them.
Witchy Poo.
Witchy Poo.
Yes.
All right.
For those who know.
So thoughts on Harry Potter?
Oh, Harry Potter. Oh, not much.
Yeah.
Not
No,
much.
Just kind of meh.
I saw the movies. They're cute. What I like about them is it kind of, they're great comedies. They're great. They're very imaginative, dramatic comedies, whatever you want to call it. But I think they kind of connect, open up the doors to mainstream pop culture and kind of connects the Wiccan community in some form of fashion and kind of makes it easily accessible, and it opens people's minds up to I am not a Harry
stuff?
Potter fan.
Okay.
I do love Remember Salem.
Okay.
I do love Why Not?
Yes, our local Harry Potter store.
Yes.
Yes.
So some other pop culture themes here. Have you ever seen Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I have. I love it.
You love it? Hey, what about the new one, the reboot?
Oh, yeah. Where
Okay,
they use Baphomet.
Yes.
Howdy, Fred.
Yes. That one's dark. That one was
Yeah,
fun.
Yes. You go, Salem Satanic Temple. You heard about that story, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they sued, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and they won.
They did.
Yep, for using the Baphomet statue. It is a quite literal replica.
Mm-hmm.
I love that place. You've been, right?
Yes.
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 Love that place.
So my personal favorite, have you seen Charmed?
I have not.
You have not?
Shame on me, I have not.
My goodness. I don't know if we can be friends
I was
anymore.
going to say, you're going to break Sarah's heart.
But we could be fiends.
We can be fiends.
There you go.
What about one of the more infamous ones, Bewitched?
Oh, of course. Hello.
Okay.
Hello. I love Bewitched. But I think what I like more about that show is the era, the 60s, 70s. I love it. Oh, and Andorra is my favorite. One of my favorite witches. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite witches. Love her.
She's got an attitude.
She does have an attitude.
I can see some of that in you.
She's more snappy, though, I think.
She's quite spunky.
She knows how to dress.
Yes,
oh,
yes,
she's
she
got
does.
some fashion.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So speaking of Bewitched, do you have an opinion on the Samantha statue in the center of town?
I do. I love it.
You love it.
I absolutely adore it. I know there's controversy around it. Maybe we should cut that out.
No. I think we'll continue the conversation later down the line in the interview because I think that's a great topic and it's something that we've touched on briefly in our other episodes, and
I heard.
yeah, it's Salem. It's a ever-changing place,
Yes.
and there's a lot of stuff going on. So we'll talk about those different dynamics.
It's really interesting, the perspective from people who don't live in Salem and the people that are in the Salem jive.
And
business.
then some people who live in Salem and aren't in the Salem jive.
Exactly. Really interesting.
Yeah. But one more thoughts on some of these pop culture witches.
Hocus Pocus.
Ooh, I love Mary Sanderson, played by Kathy Najimy on that vacuum cleaner. I think her lip in the vacuum cleaner is what made me fall in love with her.
I always felt so bad when she throws that thing between her legs. That does not look like it feels good at all.
Well, you should know. Oh, God.
Oh,
I did say it was okay to get raunchy on this one. So.
that was good.
Want to hear about a lover of mine?
Yes.
I had a crush on Benjamin Franklin.
Well,
The Benjamin
The
Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin,
I mean,
yes.
rumor is he had a crush on about half the women in France.
Yes, that's why. And hence why I'm telling you this.
Okay.
So we went out on a few dates. He's smart and he's sexy, and we dated briefly, but I caught him writing letters to one of his mistresses. Mm-hmm. Pig. Anyway, I said, okay, that's fine. So I gave him a key. I said, here's a key to her heart. Tie it to a kite. I'm serious. Tie it to a kite, and you fly that kite high into the sky, and it will soar to her love. Well, lightning! I struck him with a streak of lightning, and you know what he did?
What'd he do?
The rest is history. He took that and became famous from discovering lightning.
So electricity was actually invented, well,
Right.
at least inspired by BORAH's idea.
Hello.
If only the world knew of your accomplishments. Maybe now they will.
I feel like she needs a plaque in Salem for that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have 20,000+ downloads. The world knows, and you're growing, just like my nose.
Borah, we do have a very important question.
Okay.
Yes.
It is a question we've been asking many of our interviewees, and that is, do you have or who is your favorite witch or wizard?
Merlin from Sword in the Stone. And why did y'all look at each other? Hello. Why?
We're stunned that
No, it's a good one.
we are getting another long beard man, which
Yeah.
it's an iconic selection.
Anton, the official magician of Salem, his favorite is also Merlin.
Exactly. He was your first guest.
Yes, he was.
We did a show once together.
You did?
Well, I did a little segment with him. It was fabulous. It was down in Boston. But Merlin, I love the beard. It's nasty. It gets gritty. He can tuck like bugs in it, and he can store his wand in there. And he's handsome too. He's playful. He's naive.
So did you have like or no, this is before your time. You didn't have like a thing
Stop. He's
going
a
on.
cartoon. Hello.
Okay.
It's a good answer. Good answer.
Great answer.
I had a question. It's not on the list. It was something else I'd thought about. It was,
Wait. Let me guess. I'm a witch. I know these things. You were going to ask, what is my favorite restaurant to eat at?
Ooh.
You better say yes,
Yes.
because don't make me
Yes.
look like a fool.
that is, yes.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
But we'll ask that now because
Oh,
I'm
you better
curious.
hit the buzzer.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah.
Next! Ask the
She
question.
just next to you, Jeffrey.
What's your favorite restaurant to get a bite at?
Okay, well, listen, you just can't pick one favorite restaurant. But Red's is great. Homemade food. You get a lot to eat. You can throw those big pancakes at somebody's face. They're huge.
I love the pancakes. I love
great.
Reds.
You
You have your own dish on that menu, don't you?
Every now and then we'll pop up with something. There was a drink. There were 2 drinks this summer. And there's a Benedict that comes out every now and then. So every now and then there is something on the menu.
Not children.
Not Unfortunately, no. And I talked to John about that.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
He says they will get closed down if he serves children.
If they know,
Can you
if they get
believe
caught.
that? It's Salem.
It's
I
Salem,
know.
right? The
Yeah.
Sanderson sisters would be appalled.
They would be.
Maybe that's what the next movie's about.
Hocus Pocus 2?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Serving up children at Red's Sandwich Shop.
We have something in common.
We do.
We can talk about that later. Well, I can. I don't know if you can.
I don't know if I can. I can. I could.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions for our esteemed guest here?
Who's the most famous person you've ever put a hex on?
If you can tell us.
I can't.
Oh.
I cannot tell you that. I am sworn to hell.
I feel like that might open yourself up to some liable and
It does. I could get sued.
well, maybe once we turn the recording off, you could share with us.
I'll share it after we shut it off.
Okay.
Sarah's, why are you cutting your eyes at
I'm
me?
curious.
Oh.
I want to know.
We do have to make sure she hits the off button though. She gets a little sneaky.
I'll cut it out.
She does look like she could be a little conniving there.
My goodness.
My kind of gal. But I do have a potion before we end this that I want to give to you both because I know that you both would need it.
Oh, God. I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I didn't know we were taking substances here.
It's Salem.
Okay.
But you don't drink it.
Where do you put it?
Well, Sarah.
Speaking of between your legs,
Bora, where do you keep your ectoplasm?
I have my license plate on my car. It says Ecto 001.
Are you kidding?
No, when that other person named Brian drives, it says Ecto 001. So, talking about ectoplasm, and I know that was on another episode, Mr. I don't believe in ghosts, Jeff.
I didn't say that.
Jeff, I'm a ghost. Boo. I'm gonna spook you up, Jeff.
Please do.
Okay, so do you guys have warts?
Warts?
What are you holding your finger up for? Is that where your wart is?
Well, I mean, it should be,
So
witches'
no,
marks.
Witches, yes.
My favorite potion is a wart. A lot of you mortals have warts. How do you get rid of your warts? You go to CVS, cut it off.
Ice.
Ice.
Freeze.
Yes, never heard of that. Don't do that. No. All you need are 2 wings of bat, 3 tablespoons of porpoise milk, 1 ostrich feather, whiskers of a weasel, and you grind that up into a roux. But to make it a little thinner, you add 13 drops of witch hazel, not the stereotype or anything. And you continue to mix that up into a roux. Then you'll find a spring frog, one of those little slimy spring frogs. You grab it by the sides, you turn it upside down, and you just take its little belly, you drop a little bit of the roux onto the belly, and then you take the belly and you rub it 3 times to the left, you rub it 3 times to the right, and while you're doing that, you say, wart, wart, be a sport, don't come back, stay away, don't come back any other day. And then you just let that little froggy go, but before you let it go, you give it a kiss, and you just say, bye-bye, little froggy, because they have feelings too.
So a little wax on, wax off, and let the frog go.
Of course, you mortals would think of, hiya!
Bora, you are a witch of many hats. I know you got some pretty exciting stuff coming up. Care to share some of your cool events that people can see you at this Halloween season?
I am hosting on October 14th, BORAH's Halloween Boo Bash at the Salem Waterfront Hotel.
I have seen all the signs around town, but why don't you tell us more about that?
Okay, well, I am bringing in guests from Orlando, special guests, and I cannot wait. The doors open at 7 o'clock. Be there at 6:30 so you can get your drink, and you cannot miss the opening act. It is amazing. So it's going to be almost like a variety show. Music and entertainment, in between.
Costume contest?
Yes, we're giving door prizes. I think I have like 35 door prizes that we're giving away from different businesses in Salem, and one which I am giving away tickets to Better Than Fiction Tour.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I had to get on my knees and beg. He says, they don't normally do that in October. And I said, well, please. And he said, okay, shut up. If they'll shut you up,
Yeah.
here's 2 tickets.
The valid free tickets only by BORAH's approval in October.
Very
that's
nice.
exciting. So we have food. They do cash bars. And I said, nope, we need 3 cash bars. Yep.
3 bars.
3 cash bars, food is included, and door prizes, as I said, and a costume contest. There are 4 categories, and the prizes are over $1,200 cash and gift prizes. So,
Very
and on my
cool.
site, I list the 4 categories.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited.
be sure to check that out if you're planning to go to the Boo Bash.
That is
yeah.
October 3rd.
October 14th,
14th,
which is a
14th.
Friday night from 7 until 11. Yep.
At the Waterfront Hotel.
Might have to pop
Yes.
down there after a tour.
Yes,
And
let me know.
Okay.
And you are playing host.
I'm hosting it,
Oh,
yes.
That will be quite the party.
The DJ is one of the best DJs on the East Coast, DJ Jimmy Tilt. I cannot wait. He has been working a whole year mixing up music because I don't want it to be like any other party that he has hosted before, that he has DJ'd before.
My goodness. So
Yes.
we've got
Yeah.
costume contests, food, 3 bars, and a playlist of new music.
Yes, and not only that, one entertainment that's coming from Orlando, there are other sets of entertainment that will be happening that night.
So you'll just have to buy tickets to find out who
Oh,
it's going to
yeah.
be.
Yep.
Very cool.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Does BORAH have any advice to give to the listeners?
Oh.
It can be life advice, Salem advice, witch advice.
Let's see. Any advice for our listeners? Let's see. My advice is help old people cross the street.
That's good advice.
That's wonderful. That's so kind of you, BORAH.
Whatever.
They don't all have brooms and cars. And
I'm not finished, Jeff.
Okay.
It's just taking a lot to say. Open doors for people. Okay, Jeff, you can talk.
No, I'm good. I'm done.
So open doors for people, help old people cross the street. Remember that.
Yes.
Be kind.
Be
Be
kind.
kind. Sort of. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. There.
Yeah, that's
Can
it.
we just move to something worse? Please.
I think that's all we have.
I think that's all we have for
I think
now.
you should cut that nice part out.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
thanks.
yes. No one will ever hear that, BORAH. Don't
Oh,
worry.
good.
Yes.
We'll make sure you look extra evil in this one.
Good.
We'll put one of those filters on, like the devil horns or something.
Love it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with us, BORAH. This has been such a pleasure.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Greatly appreciate your time, even though you're old as dirt, so you've got plenty of it. But we appreciate it.
Well, dirt
nonetheless.
is healthy.
Of that, yeah.
Don't you
It's
think-
natural.
Yes.
It is. You add a little witch hazel again to mud to some dirt. You make a mud pie. You put it on your face. You dry it. You peel it off. So yes,
And
dirt is
that's the secret to your wonderful complexion.
one.
One of the
One
secrets.
secret.
Yes. Remember we talked about oil of old lady.
Yes.
I think we're going to have to do a BORAH spa
Oh
day.
goodness.
I would love that.
Oh, that would be pretty good.
Listen, if y'all aren't doing anything on September 17th, join me in Canada.
Canada?
Yes, I am being flown out to Canada to the Great Canadian Halloween Market. You can buy your tickets at greatcanadianhalloween.com.
Wow.
In Toronto, yes. So I'm going to be judging the Halloween costume contest. It's their first one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
BORAH's going international.
That's where I'm from.
Are you? I knew that.
Yes, just outside of Toronto.
I knew that. I'm a witch. I knew that.
I know you knew. I know.
She knows
It's
everything.
for all the listeners.
What brought you here?
My parents.
I brought your parents here. Smarty. Speaking of the Smarty, what's your favorite Halloween candy? Sarah?
Milky Ways.
Jeff, what
Candy
is
corn.
yours?
Candy? Did you say candy corn?
Candy corn.
Are you kidding me?
I will eat like a whole bag of candy corn without even like batting an eye.
Are you serious?
It'll just be gone in like an hour.
That's very traditional, Sarah.
I know, but like, really?
I love candy
Out of
corn.
all of it? Sorry, no judgment. No,
No,
judgment.
Oh, no,
Are
you
you
did
kidding?
judge.
I did
You
judge.
totally judged. That face, that look, that body language. Hit that button.
That's how I feel about your candy corn.
Sarah, favorite Halloween monster or movie monster?
Oh, Mike Myers. I recently watched one of the newer Halloween movies, and then I went back and watched the first one. That first one holds up so well, and there is something so terrifying about a guy that can get you even though he can't breach 3 miles per hour. It's terrifying.
He's a turtle.
He's a turtle, but he's a killer turtle.
No.
Slow and
Nobody-
steady.
Nobody notices him driving around in the freaking station wagon. It's just a killer in a station wagon with a freaking mask on that looks like Star Trek guy.
Yeah, like no one stopped him to say, "Hey, excuse me, sir, can you see?"
No one looks twice.
Nope.
You would think that he was in Salem. No one would have looked at him twice here in Salem.
No, we have our own Mike Myers that wanders around.
Maybe that's where all the
Yes.
bodies are going. Maybe he's not dragging. It's all a facade. He's actually a serial killer.
He does drag a body around.
Yeah.
We should probably check that bag this season.
He does some weddings with me.
Does he really?
he
does he
does.
walk people down the aisle?
That, he's a ring bearer, whatever they want.
Oh
Does
my
he
God.
drag them down in the body bags?
Yes, he does. No extra charge. Jeff, your favorite Halloween monster or movie monster?
Vampire? Do I need like a particular?
That's why I'm looking at you, because that is such a broad.
Initially, you said monster.
Okay.
And vampire would be my monster.
I love it.
That's very nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Spooky.
Spooky.
Scary.
Yes.
Blood.
Skeletons.
Do you have any other questions for us, BORAH?
Well, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
When you die, cremation or burial?
I want to be put into one of those pods that becomes a tree.
The tree pods?
Yeah, I want to be a tree.
Jeff.
I like the tree pod, but I think I'd go cremation.
I could see you wanting someone, like you would ask people to spread you everywhere.
Yeah, just like a little bit.
Yeah, I could see
Like,
you doing
You
that.
just like a little bit here, a little bit there. Did you hear? Did you tell me this?
Well,
Who
you gotta
told me?
tell me what it
Who
is.
told me this?
What?
Someone told. No. Okay, never mind. It wasn't you. I know who told me this. So someone told me that last year, someone spread the ashes of a loved one on the property of Max Dennison's house, number 4 Ocean Ave.
What?
See, that's so wrong.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's
no.
that's
Yeah, so I guess they, these people who Salem is their life, their goal, whatever, and I guess they loved Hocus Pocus, and they, I guess, came in sometime in October and went down there and, like, without asking permission of the homeowners, spread the ashes of their loved one on the yard there.
I did not tell you that. I never heard of that.
No, you
and
didn't.
that's
I
not
remember who
cool.
told me that. Yeah.
That's not cool.
that's wild.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I actually saw your video last October where you went in front of the Hocus Pocus house and kindly reminded all of our visitors that people live here. Like it's an actual private residence. So you want to make sure that you are respectful when you go down and take pictures.
Well, yeah, Destination reached out and asked if I would do that, so I do that every year now. But people,
Still
gonna
do what
they're
they
gonna-
do.
Have I ever told you what I'd do if I owned a house?
What would you do?
I'd put massive amounts of Christmas decorations out all year.
And ruin everyone's pictures?
Yes.
and that's coming from someone who doesn't
hilarious.
believe in ghosts.
Oh my
I don't
God.
doubt it.
That's so funny.
You would destroy people.
Yes.
You would.
Yes, I know.
That's hilarious.
I
Thank
would
you.
turn it into a bed and breakfast.
Okay, that might
See,
be a little
li-
more smart.
Yeah. No one let Jeffrey buy the Hocus Pocus house. He's going to
That-
ruin it for everyone.
I drove by the other day, and I am assuming they were the owners. They were like older, sitting on the front porch.
I've seen them sometimes, yeah.
I wanted to stop by and just say hi, but I didn't. Now, but can you imagine how much that house will go for?
Oh my gosh. I can't even.
And I hear they have kids, so I don't know if it's going to go to the kids or what. I don't know.
Do we
Yes.
know if that's the same family that lived there during the movie?
I heard that it was.
Okay. Interesting. Who would have thought?
Next time they're on the front porch, let's
we just-
ask.
Let's
gotta
ask.
ask, yeah.
Maybe we can interview them.
Ooh.
They can air out all their grievances about the crazy tourists.
We do tend to ask, like, what's your worst tourist story? That could just be a whole episode of people dumping human remains in their front yard.
Come vent to us.
Yeah.
Someone did tell me that in lieu of partial payment of using their house, they asked for one of the capes. I don't know which one.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But you know they have more than one cape.
Of
so-
course. Wow.
I'm sure.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Yes.
Do we have anything else?
I think that's it.
Brilliant. This has been amazing.
Thank you very much, BORAH.
No, thank you.
Sorry. My apologies. BORAH Brewingington Snaggletooth the 13th.
Thank you, Sarah Black and Jeff Lilly.
Appreciate that, BORAH.
You are more than not welcome.
I'm sure you have children to eat or potions to brew or some such.
I do. You want to join me for dinner?
Yes.
I would love to have a BORAH dinner.
Let's do it. And I can't wait to hear your next guest.
Yes, so for our listeners listening right now, we're going to step away from the mics and we will return with the person behind BORAH Brewingington Snaggletooth the 13th.
The man behind the nose. Sure.
And the chin,
And the chin.
that iconic chin.
That boy is boring.
We'll see.
Oh,
We'll see.
I doubt that. Stay tuned.
Thanks for having me. Guys make a great team, by the way.
Oh, you. You don't. Some days are better than others.
Most days are better.
Most days are better than others. Some days he wants to kill me. Some days I want to kill him. Some days I want to put him in your cauldron.
Well, I was going to say, whoever dies, just bring him over. We'll serve him up.
Bury him in the backyard. Just kidding.
There's better places to hide bodies.
Oh, indeed.
Which I'm not saying. That's going to be saved in a file on Sarah's computer. What happens if I go missing?
Just in case. A fail-safe.
Right? Thanks.
Fine, Jeffrey.
Yeah.